Mr. Harris, can you hear me?
Jeff, do you want to, all right, I gotta go. All right, bye guys. Jeff, do you want to go into a breakout room?
Yeah, we could, please.
Okay. Judge?
Ma'am?
Hi, I'm gonna put them in a breakout room, or do you need to speak to them before?
I don't need to speak to them. This is the third time this matter has been scheduled. So if Mr. Bowders wants to go in and speak to Mr. Harris, that's absolutely fine with me.
Thank you, Judge.
And then, Judge, how do you get that smell out of your house after it's been flooded? You know?
You damper it everywhere, baking soda everywhere. You're cleaning with bleach, and then you're re-cleaning with Fabuloso, and then you're cleaning with bleach again, and you're leaving the windows and doors open. And we're 84 degrees yesterday with people who lost their air conditioning, or whatever the issue is. And I don't know. I saw videos of water pouring into the basements. The guy jet skiing on the freeway, which I don't know why you would jet ski in that water, but okay.
So he can.
And I saw the FEMA activation, so I'm hoping that they're able to get to people. People who are renting and didn't have renter's insurance.
Oh my God.
Limits on the coverage they have. I mean, it's just.
Oh yeah.
Mother Nature will remind you of your small role in this world. So.
Is your house okay? Your other house? Do you still own that?
I have tenants, but yeah.
It's all right. All right.
The market crashed, and so we kind of have been reluctant homeowners for some years now, but it's come in handy. It's been helpful to some. It's been a benefit to somebody else. So, but this is our problem right now. The rabbit problem has gotten worse.
Is this unusual this year?
It is. I came downstairs yesterday. I get to the bottom of the stairs, and there's 2 glass panels on the side of our front door, and I see something brown moving. This little so-and-so is in the bed with the portulac, is just chomping away, just chop, 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 chop. I couldn't understand why the flowers in towards the back half of the bed were so beautiful, and the blooms were so colorful. In the front, it was just green, but now I know this little, the one that ate all the sunflowers and ate the top of the gladiolas is now eating portulacas. So.
So the sunflowers aren't going to happen this year.
They're not. There's nothing left but about 4 stalks. And at one point, there were probably 2 dozen sunflowers that were probably this tall, that already had petals leaves at the top. They were going to go towards bloom. No. There's nothing left.
It doesn't help. I mean, if you put a cage around it, it doesn't matter because they are hoppers, so you can't.
They're jumping in.
Yeah.
They're jumping in and digging. And my husband sounds like Farmer McGregor, from Peter Rabbit. Or Elmer Fudd, those wascally wabbits. No, there's been an abundance. We noticed it in the spring, and they just are they're going wild. They've eaten the cabbage leaves. They like I said, decimated the sunflowers.
Well, what happens if you would just give them rabbit food? Would they stay away from the flowers?
They'll go get some more friends, and they'll eat the rabbit food and eat the flowers.
This is the
next next victims are going to be the lilies, which now have stalks and okay.
Okay.
Mr. Bowdish, was that sufficient time with Mr. Harris?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, he's still in the breakout room.
I'm forcing him out.
It's closing right now. I see that. This is 194979OM, the case of City of Romulus versus Jeremy Marshall Harris. Appearances, please.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch, 45367, appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Harris. Your Honor, I believe today is the date and time set for sentencing in this matter and a review of restitution.
Could you state your name for me, please, Mr. Harris?
Yes, my name is Jeremy Harris.
And on the phone, on the call, we also have.
Mr.
Sir, would you
Kercheski,
state your name for me?
Ian Kercheski.
Thank you. As Mr. Bowditch stated, we are here this morning for sentencing and a review of the request for restitution. When we last appeared on June the 14th, neither the defendant nor his attorney had the opportunity to review the estimate submitted by Mr. Krasuski, and it was not yet in the court's file. There is, in fact, a preliminary estimate dated June the 8th showing an estimate of $1,417.31. Mr. Bowditch, have you had the opportunity to review that information with Mr. Harris?
No, Your Honor. We haven't received anything.
Nothing.
I believe that was the reason for the adjournment. What happened after the June 14th date?
Nothing that I'm aware of, Your Honor. Nobody contacted me and said anything was ready or to be reviewed. I'm not sure Mr. Harris was contacted either.
Oh, I wasn't.
It is a 4-page document. Miss Mary Ann.
Yes, Judge.
No, let's do this a different way. Mr. Harris, the court has an email address for you of jeremyharris56@gmail.com.
Yep, that's it.
And Mr. Bowditch, the court has your email address?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What we'll do, Mary Ann, if you could call Virginia and ask her to send it to Mr. Bowditch and Mr. Harris.
I will.
Thank you. And then I guess my question to you, Mr. Bowditch, my note says that you were to review the invoice. That was the basis for the adjournment last time. So I guess my question to you is, if probation was able to send you and your client both a copy of the invoice this morning, how long would it take you to review it and be ready to proceed with this sentencing?
Well, Your Honor, I'm not sure, having not seen it. We could review it the minute we got it.
Well, I guess where I'm going is, could we get back on within the hour? Do we need to leave restitution out of the sentencing and just sentence, and then I don't know if.
You know, Your Honor, I believe this. I've spoken with Mr. Harris. I would if there's any way possible, I'd like to get on with the sentencing today because I believe it weighs heavy on Mr. Harris, waiting to be sentenced. Not sure what's going to happen and how to move forward. I'd like to try to get the sentencing over with, if at all possible.
And then what, as to the restitution, what would you propose?
Well, Your Honor, this is a 2019 case. It has not been sought. Any restitution hasn't been sought in the last 18 months. This could be a civil matter, Your Honor.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Bowditch, if that's how you wish to proceed, the court will proceed with sentencing. I will, is there anything that you want to say before a sentence is imposed?
No, Your Honor. I believe the information that Mr. Harris provided as far as address, phone number, working status, I believe all that is still accurate. Is that true, Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Then we would have no additions, no deletions, and no corrections.
What I'll indicate for the record is that there was an offense date in this matter of November 28th, 2019. That Mr. Harris submitted himself to the court for arraignment on October 16, 2020, entered a plea of no contest with this court on April the 16th, 2021. The basis for that no contest plea was because of possible civil implications. The
Yes, Your
matter
Honor.
was then scheduled for sentencing on May 25th, 2021. And Mr. Harris failed to appear. The matter was reset for June 14th, 2021. Mr. Harris, his attorney, appeared, as well as the complaining witness in this case, that being Ian Krasuski, with his request for restitution. The matter was again adjourned to today for sentencing. It will be the sentence of this court that Mr. Harris will be assessed a fine of $500. Cost of $500. There's a crime victims fee of $75, warrant fee of $100, state cost of $50, fund fee of $20, and a late fee of $50. That is a total of $1,295. Mr. Harris, you can go online and submit a written request for payment if you need time to make payments on these fines and costs.
Yes.
Or if you're able to pay the $12.95 in full, you can go on the court's website and make the payment. You can mail it to the court or you can bring it to the court.
Okay.
But inasmuch as your attorney indicated a willingness to go forward without restitution being included in this order, please understand that Mr. Krasuski still has the absolute right to proceed against you in civil court for the amount that he claims due and owing on the destruction or the damages to his vehicle.
Which that would be perfectly fine.
Okay. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Then this matter is concluded. Parties, please have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of the week.
You
Thank
too.
you, Your Honor.
You have a
Always a
good
pleasure.
4th of July.
Thank you.